Hey guys, welcome to our brand new rebuild on the channel. Today we're going to be taking on the rebuild of Borussia Monchengladbach, a team that currently sits 10th in the Bundesliga. A team that have 5 championships to their name and 3 domestic cups. In last one, the Bundesliga, or the German top division, whatever you want to call it, back in 1977. That's the last time they won that title. Obviously they've got 2 Europa League titles to their name as well, which is quite impressive. They've got quite a good history, Borussia Monchengladbach, but a team that are currently underperforming. So let's get into this rebuild. Check out the team, take them back to the top of Germany, and most importantly, take them into a Champions League final and hopefully win that competition with this team. Okay, so as you can see, this is the team that we have at the start of the rebuild with Monchengladbach, and you see our back line is pretty decent. We've got Ben Spiani, Elvedi, Itakura, and the young talent Scally at right back. We've got Neuhaus and Kone, the young talent in midfield. At the side of our player, we've got Wolf, who used to be a talent a couple of years ago, coming out of Austria, now 23 years old. So there's a lot of time in his hands to prove himself, but he's one of those talents that I think we're kind of overhyped and just never really lived up to the potential. Hoffman, obviously the captain of the club, is going to stay here for now. He's 29 years old, so he hasn't got that long left in him at the club right now. Marcus Thuram is probably going to leave in real life, but I think we're going to keep him for this rebuild. Obviously, he's a pretty good striker. I used him in my Olympic Marseille rebuild. He was absolutely incredible over there. So I might keep him in this team for now, or maybe sell him next season, just use him for this season, or sell him this season and then bring in players. But I think I'm going to keep him for season 1, and maybe next season sell him, because there's a player in mind I kind of do want to bring in, and we will need money to make that happen. And the midfield is going to stay the same other than Wolf. Adesanya player is going to get a season to show what he can do here. And yeah, we're going to sign our left wing, and let's get into the transfers and show you what the team looks like after I've made them. Okay, so as you can see, this is our team after the transfer. As you can see, we brought in 3 cams. We sold Hoffman, and we sold a bunch of other players. We brought in Szymanski, the talent from Feyenoord, here to be the cam on the left side of the pitch. Brought in Shafi Simmons to be the cam in the centre. Brought in Shaparenko, the centre mid from Ukraine, who can't remember, it's Dynamo Kiev, I believe he plays for, who we converted to a cam, 78 rated now, 23 years of age. And as you can see, the rest of the team has stayed the same. We brought in Junior Firpo and our homegrown talent Schools here to be our backup striker, and Firpo to backup left back, whilst Lukanets goes out on loan and Ben Spiani grows in the first team. And let's get into the season. Let's see how this team performs. As you can see, Scally's already gone up to a +1, so 75 overall now. Let's see that. Omlin +1 up to an 80. And yeah, let's get into season 1. See how this team performs in the Bundesliga, and hopefully we get European football for next season. Okay, well, as you can see, in the season 1, we finished 2nd in the Bundesliga, which I didn't expect a top 5, but I didn't expect 2nd place. So let's have a look at it in the Pokal. That also means we have Champions League football next season. We didn't make it to the final. Where do we get knocked out? Let's have a look. We got knocked out by Leverkusen in the round of 16, I believe this is. And let's have a look at the squad up and show you how the players performed. So we got most goal involvements. Marcus Thuram with 19 and 5, got him by +4 to 84 overall. Szymanski 18 and 11, good season from Adesanya player. Has played a bunch of games. Okay, so Shaparenko played. I'm guessing, yeah, that means Shafi Simmons hasn't played with a player. That's interesting. So we're going to have to sell player next season, maybe. We had some good growth in this team. Let's have a look at the team. Some of our voices a little bit sore right now, but Thuram with an 84 overall, Szymanski 80, Shafi Simmons 79, Shaparenko 81, Neuhaus 82, Kone 81 as well, Ben Spiani up to an 82. Elvedi 79, Itakura 80, Scally up to an 80 as well. That's impressive growth from him. I believe he starts at 74 overall, so that's a +6 on them. Remember, Omlin has actually gone up a +2 to 81 overall, the Swiss goalkeeper, 29 years of age, sorry. And on the bench, Junior Firpo, 78 rated. Not sure what his rating was at the start, might be 76. Weigl is going to leave us next season, so we're probably going to have to replace him with someone on the bench, or just buy him back depending on how much it's going to cost, because he's a decent backup. And I'm going to talent up to a 75 overall, looking pretty good. And let's get into season 2. Probably buy a defender. I'm not sure, depending on which one of these two isn't going to grow, I'm probably going to replace one of them, because I feel like one of them's not going to grow past the overall right now. Let's get into season 2 and make some transfers to the team. Okay, so as you can see here in season 2, we made some big changes to the team. We brought in Julian Alvarez because Marcus Thuram, we sold him for 80 million. We got an offer for 80 million from AC Milan. I thought, you know what, I've used Marcus Thuram, I want to use Julian Alvarez for this rebuild. And we've also brought in 2 new centre backs. We brought in Mickey van der Ven from Wolfsburg. We also brought in Rossett Tatalo, who was playing for Eintracht Frankfurt at the time. we're supporting Alexander Nubel. And Matasu here on the bench is a player that and Monaco actually offered us in the swap deal for Omlin. We were planning to sell Omlin, obviously, since we brought in Nubel, we didn't need him. And I thought, you know what, we need a backup midfielder. It's worthwhile keeping him. He's a young talent, 21 years old, Belgian CDM centre mid, and he'll be a decent player for the bench. And as you can see, Bayer's back from his loan spell. He's going to be on the bench. He's going to be a backup centre back this season. Let's get into season 2. Obviously, we're in the Champions League this season. I don't expect us to do too well in that competition because we've got a pretty hard group stage. I hope we at least make it to the round 16 to the quarterfinals. And I hope we got some good growth in this team. I hope Shafi Simmons can continue to grow and add a solid player. He hasn't played too many games over him. And yeah, let's just get into the season and show you how the team performed. Okay, so as you can see, end of season 2, we actually finished 11 points with Dortmund, who finished top of the table but win the league due to a goal difference, which is absolutely incredible. The fact we're that close to winning the title already. And in the DP Pokal, had to perform in this one. We didn't make it to the final, nor the semis, nor the quarters. We got knocked out in round 3 again by Union Berlin this time. In the Champions League, had to perform in this one. Eintracht Frankfurt are in the final, interesting. They took on Bayern Munich and beat them. We got knocked out in the quarterfinals by a finalist Real Madrid, so just get knocked out by a team that could go on to win it and probably should win it. But in terms of actual player performances, let's have a look how the team has performed this season. In terms of most goals scored, it's Julian Alvarez with 22 and 4 this season, gone up a +3. Florian Neuhaus 19 and 9. Ben Spiano was 16 and 2 from left back, that's impressive. Zizmatsky 10 and 7, Cornet 4 and 6, Xavi Simmons 4 and 5. Van der Ven with 3 goals. Let's have a look at the actual team's growth. You can see Alvarez 85 overall, Zizmatsky 83, same with Xavi Simmons, Shaparenko was at 84, Neuhaus 84, Cornet 84, Ben Spiano 83, Van der Ven up to an 81, Sotelo up to an 83, Scali up to an 82 this season, and Alexander Nubel up to an 83 as well. So that's an incredible growth in the team this season. Love to see it. Let's get into season 3, where we're obviously going to be in the Champions League again. And in terms of signings, I don't know what we need. Maybe a new left back, because Ben Spiani is now 29 years old. He might stop growing at this point. As we do have Luca Netz out on loan, and he's only 78. So he's similar energy near third post. So if we bring him back in, going to play as much games, which would be annoying. As obviously we want him to play. But yeah, let's get into the next season, make the transfers we need to make, and push for the title again, and hopefully come out on top. Okay, so as you can see, we've actually managed to win the Bundesliga here in season 3, 1 point clear of Bayern Munich and 2 points clear of Borussia Dortmund. And in the Pokal, how did we perform in this competition? We did not make it. Have we got knocked out in round 3 again by Leverkusen? I couldn't perform well in that competition, but in the Champions League, it's an AC Milan Napoli final. I believe that is possible in real life. No, it ain't, because them two face each other in the next round of it, so this isn't actually possible in real life. And we made it to the quarterfinals, getting knocked out by the eventual finalists in Napoli. So let's have a look at how the team has done in terms of the squad hub, how the players have performed this season. We need to back out and go back into it, so there's not a glitch where it shows it all as 0. There we go. Julian Alvarez 24 and 4, Xavi Simmons 16 and 7, Connie 11 and 5, Neuhaus doing pretty well, Zizmatsky and Shaparenko doing alright. And in terms of the actual growth of the team, let's have a look. Alvarez up to an 87, Zizmatsky the midfielders looking pretty good, both 86 there, 85 there. And 86 on Kone, 85 there, defence both 85, looking at 83, Skelly 84 and Nubel 85 as well, some good growth on the bench. Got some very good options on the bench as well. And let's hope a couple of players continue to grow, the likes of Neuhaus, Shaparenko and Skelly's at only 22. But hopefully everyone in this team continues to grow at this point. Let's get into season 4 and see how we perform. Okay, so as you can see at the end of this season, we've actually finished 4th in the Bundesliga, which is massively underperforming considering we've been 2nd for quite a while. We actually won the league last season, Bayern Munich won the league this season. We're not too far off them, only 6 points away. But it goes to show that something isn't working in this team currently. In the Pokal, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals this time, but Weizmann actually impressive from making it all the way to the finals. I believe they're a 2nd Bundesliga team. And in the Champions League, how did we perform in this? We didn't make it to the final, nor semi-finals. We got knocked out in the quarterfinals by Chelsea in a convincing 2nd leg. They won that game, so we didn't do too well this season. In terms of the squad, let's see how the players performed. I've done this again. I really hate this. How does it even happen? We're gonna have a look at it. Julian Alvarez 26 and 7, Xavi Simmons 25 and 8, Cornet 12 and 4, 14 assists for Shaparenko. How is this team underperforming? Like, we're gonna take a look at it in the actual squad hub. not squad help, team management. As you can see, Alvarez 89, Simmons 89, Szymanski 88, Shaparenko 86, Neuhaus 87, Simon looking at 84. He might be the downside to this team. Obviously, he's only, how old is he now? 23. Depending on if he's going to grow more next season, I might have to replace him. It's going to be unfortunate, so I do want to use him for this rebuild, but it is what it is. Van der Ven 87, Satalo 86. Again, if he doesn't grow next season, I might have to replace him. Skelly 86 and Newbert looked to 86 as well. Let's get into the next season, which I believe will be season 5. We might send a new left back and centre back depending on their development plans and stuff like that. Let's get into that season and hopefully perform better than we did this season. Okay, so for this season, as you can see, we've only made one change to the team. We've brought in Ian Matson, the young Dutch left back. He was playing at Wolfsburg. Obviously, they chose his talent in real life on loan at Burnley, doing that's incredible for them. And we have loaned out Luca Net, so I don't want it to be in the cutscene film we do in the Champions League final if we do. Instead of Junior Ferber being the original of the team, obviously, he's got more value being there. But obviously, Matson, he's got room to grow, but he's got 85 potential already on up +1. He was 83 rated when we brought him in. And Luca Nets wasn't going to grow anymore. Unfortunately, his potential got just got stuck at 84, I believe it was rated. Yeah, it was 84 rated. As you can see, the rest of the team looking pretty good. Let's get into the season. And hopefully this season is the one where we go to the Champions League final and hopefully win the league title again, because that'd be nice. Okay, so into season 5, actually, we actually won the Bundesliga yet again, which is a great achievement. Obviously, finished a few points out of Bayern Munich in the league in the DFB Pokal. Did we finally win that, or have we? What is it with this rebuild? And we can't perform in the cup. We got knocked out by Bayern in round 3. Who might go on to win it against Leipzig, but in the Champions League, do we make it to the final? Let's find out. We have Real Madrid. Interesting. What was our road to the final? In the round of 16, we took out Barcelona on penalties. No, we didn't. Who did we take on? Not Barcelona. We took on Copenhagen 1-4-3. Sorry, don't know why I read that one out. But when we took on Barcelona that round in the quarterfinals, knocked them out quite convincingly. In the semi-finals, we just about scraped past Manchester City. And in the final, obviously, up against Real Madrid. So let's have a look how this team has performed this season before we get into the final. Obviously, we've recalled Luca Nets. And Julian Alvarez 29 and 6. Xavi Simons 14 and 3. Szymanski 14 and 7. Kone 13 and 13. Shaparenko 8 and so some great numbers from this team. Have a look at the team when we get to the final. So we're going to quickly sim all the way to the final here, up against Real Madrid. And yeah, it should be a pretty good game, because Real Madrid usually have a very good team for the whole rebuild, obviously, because they are Real Madrid. But I feel like they're going to be absolutely insane. But let's have a look at their team. Hopefully no one got injured whilst the semi through. Luckily it didn't. Let's have a look here at their team. We've got Vinicius, Harry Kane, Patrick Vimmer, Vitinha, Bernardo Silva, Antonios Blanco, Junior, obviously not Vinicius Junior, not sure who that is at left back. Got Saliba and Gueye as the two fullbacks, centre backs. Sorry. Got Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, and Thibaut Courtois in net. I'm just seeing this is our team. Julian Alvarez 91, Szymanski 89, Shaparenko 89, Xavi Simons 91, Kone 89, Neuhaus 88, the captain of the team. Skelly 87, Satalo 87, Van der Ven 88, Martin 86, and Alexander Nubel 87 rated in goal. Let's get into the Champions League final at the Schalke Arena here in Germany. And hopefully become Champions League champions, because we're only going to get one shot in this rebuild. This is our one shot at this. I'm not going to do another sim. If I lose here against Real Madrid, it's the end of the rebuild. We don't win the title. Let's get into this one and hopefully come out the victors.
Well, there's nothing quite like this occasion. Welcome to the UEFA Champions League final. The best two teams in Europe this season preparing to go head-to-head for the crown. This is Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined as always on these big occasions by Stuart Robson. It's Borussia Monchengladbach facing Real Madrid. Can he get them?
It's played for Vinicius Junior and Nubel. It was an easy save, is what I'm trying to say, but the most comfortable, because a shot from Xavi Simons heads it away. Now we're on the counter. But why shouldn't I say it's Vinicius' shot wasn't the most usual technique, which is Szymanski to open the scoring. Why did he take it on his right? Why didn't he take it on his right? Why did he take it on his left? It's whipped in here. Don't really have a tall forward player, so I'm not sure why one of our centre backs isn't in that centre position. Good block by Gueye. Again, he's their best defender so far in this game. I haven't used him in the Crystal Palace grow mode. I know he's Very good defender. But header there,
Magnificently.
saved by Thibaut Courtois. Another corner hit. Padding under pressure. Puts in again. Can we win it this time? No, we can't. It's headed away by Saliba. Xavi Simons. Oh, too much power behind it. Julian Alvarez now, shot deflected, and Courtois catches it to keep it in play. Going forward, we're very good, and defensively we look quite solid. Winning that header yet again there. Scally. Shaparenko. Goes into Xavi Simons now. Kone. Zismanski. Julian Alvarez 1-0. Great piece of play. We've been dominating Real Madrid throughout this whole thing, and the Argentine, the Man City talent, opens the scoring here. A good finish by Thibaut Courtois, played through by Zismanski, the final talent, the Polish man. You see, a run across the defender. Saliba doesn't go with him. That's a mistake he made. And I believe it's Saliba. Is it Saliba? No, it's Gahey actually. He's been playing absolutely incredible. But we'll go 1-0 up here in the final. We do know Real Madrid aren't going to make it easy for us.
So the action continues. Will there be a quick response from Real?
We will need 2 or 3 goals to put away Real Madrid in this game. Marvel Jr. plays with Vinicius Jr. They're both Brazilian, but good defending there from the American. Oh, Shaparenko couldn't get that. Bernardo Silva plays through. Pat Villa, but great save from Nubel. Though. Talo, great defending there. Kone now bringing the ball forward. Mano Kone utilising his pace there. Goes inside. Zismanski. Julian Alvarez on the turn. Make it 2-0. There we go. Julian Alvarez is such a great striker, man. And we're 2-0 up against Real Madrid. I said it wasn't going to be easy, but at this current moment, it looks like it could be easy. You see, it's good play there. Kone brings the ball forward. Zismanski gets it to Julian Alvarez, turns to centre back, and finds the finish. Courtois probably could do better, but the amount of power behind the shot makes it so he has to react in an instant, and he couldn't quite do so. And Alvarez scores his second of the game and makes it 2-0 here. Ian Matson, a great defender there. It's a shame that obviously Luka Netz isn't in that position, being a young talent of GLADBACH, but Matson's doing well in this final. Harry Kane, there we go. We need Real Madrid win the score eventually. Harry Kane grabs that goal that they were bound to get. So Paul went to concede.
Well, as you can see, his movement is really good.
With some one pass over, Harry Kane. Have a good finish. Oh, Connor, what was that touch? That's not what I wanted to do. Not sure what just happened there. Oh, Harry Kane. Shouldn't have slid in there. Dimmer now. Matson, very good defending. No pressure there from you, Matson. Now can you utilise his pace there? Quick 1-2. Love that. Matson now. Across the side. Ian Matson now, the left back. Could he grab himself a goal, but Courtois denies him. Gravenberg. Scally now. Good defending yet again up against Vinicius. He's been great. Scally at right back. Julian Alvarez now. Let's go down the wing. Doesn't have the most pace, but he's got decent pace. Xavi Simons now. Oh, why did he Trivela? I did not even hold Trivela. I literally told him to slide foot finish, like finesse it. I was holding R1. Real Madrid now on the attack, but Matson, great defending again from him. Alvarez, Kone here into Xavi Simons. Okay, that just isn't the pass it's looking for. Especially looking for Shaparenko on the other side of the pitch, but someone says pass it to Zismanski, who's offside.
Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Simons.
Xavi Simons now. And grab himself his goal. Yes, he can. Xavi Simons. Everything's gone for him in this final. He's such a great player, man. Literally, all our play, you would have seen it. It's been going through him, through the centre, and then we play it out wide. He's the initiator. but this time is the man who finishes the play.
Everybody knew what was coming.
He runs through, pulls off the defender, and a great finish into the bottom corner. And he makes it 3-1 here. Oh, why has that happened again? He'll win it though. Oh, what's just happened? Game's just being very weird right now. I mean, like certain passes just that should work, and the players are just letting it go past them or whatever. Kane got defending there from Van der Ven. A shot there by GLADBACH. They were guaranteed another goal. I could feel it coming. GLADBACH makes it 3-2. And I really didn't deserve it. Which is poor. First time shot. Should be blocked and possibly should be saved, but it's 3-2 here. Can we get another goal to just guarantee that a little bit of comfort we need? That was actually shaping up to be a very good passage of play. Talo, great challenge there. How have I lost the ball though? How does it keep happening? Van der Ven, good block. They're going to score again, aren't they? Maybe what a save, get that out. Let's keep the ball. That's great defending. Great goalkeeping as well. Julian Alvarez now. He grabbed that. Yes, he does. He grabs his hat-trick. Great defending and great goalkeeping at one end. At one end of the pitch to guarantee us that victory. Nearly what a save that was. Good block by Van der Ven. Just before that as well. But Julian Alvarez goes at the other end. On the counter. Good counter-attack there that we did. Kept the ball. Just played it safe. Julian Alvarez cuts inside. And just powers it past Courtois to grab himself a hat-trick. And guarantee us the victory here. And the end of the game should be any second now. There we go. And Borussia Monchengladbach, 2 times Bundesliga champions in the Shrewsbury. We haven't won the Pokal, and we've won the Champions League now. We've had a more to the legacy of Gladbach, obviously, achieved more than the team has been able to on the European stage. Obviously, they've won 2 Europa League titles, they've never won a Champions League title. We're going to add a third star to that badge. Obviously, it isn't going to get added to the circuit, obviously, because it's not a real title in real life. Obviously, if it was real life, they would have a 3rd star. But what a team this has been, man. I feel like conceding 2 goals has been unfair on everyone. Like, Real Madrid didn't really deserve 2 goals. Nubel, incredible in goal. Some big saves for his Scally at right back. Great. Obviously, we're going to talk about the team in a second after the celebrations here. But the black and white ribbons on the Champions League title. And Gladbach here, led by Florian Neuhaus, original of the team I've seen in real life, is going to get to lift the Champions League title here. 88 rated, 29 years of age now, the German. He's a very good midfielder as well. It's not really probably not been in the highlights, but in midfield he is great. Very good player who can spread the ball around. We're going to take a look at the team in a second. Just going to let you see the celebrations a little bit longer. So let it sink in. And yeah, let's go have a look at this team and let me give you my final thoughts on all these players. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through every single player, do a quick overview of them. Alexander Nubel, incredible goalkeeper, obviously made that massive save towards the end of the final, which kept us at 3-2 at the time. And we also went up the other end and scored the 4th goal. Scally, incredible right back. Same with Matson, both incredible incredible fullbacks, sorry. Van der Ven and Talo, great defensive partnership. Both of these are incredible defenders. Van der Ven also making that incredible block towards the end there, the Wolfsburg talent. Recommend you try him out. Connie and Neuhaus, incredible midfield pairing. Obviously, most people will know about Connie. And Neuhaus is a player that a couple of years ago in FIFA was a great talent to use. Obviously, nowadays he's a little bit older, so people don't really bring him in. But as you can see, he becomes a great player if you give him the game time. And even at the start of FIFA, he's a very good player. Shaparenko, great player. Honestly, I couldn't say enough about this guy at Cam. He's incredible. 28 years of age now, the Ukrainian, 5'10", so he's got some decent physicality about him. Obviously, only 60 strength, but his height gives him a bit of advantage. He can hold off a couple of players. Great player. Recommend you try him out. Szymanski, another player, absolutely incredible. Obviously, a smaller player, can play out on the wing as well. He probably would be absolutely incredible there, but at Cam, I felt that's his best position because his passing's great, his dribbling's great, his pace is great, his shooting is pretty decent if you train it up. And yeah, great player. I recommend using him. Obviously playing for Feyenoord, having a great season in real life. And speaking of great players in real life, Xavi Simons, obviously talent who kind of floated around a couple of teams in recent years. Obviously was at PSG, they let him go, and currently he's performing great for PSV Eindhoven, which I think was a great move for him in his career. Obviously playing for PSG is not going to get the most amount of game time, but at PSV Eindhoven, he's one of their main players, and he's incredible in this FIFA, man. I recommend you try him out. I do want to use him in a Chrome mode at some point, so I might use him in either my next Chrome mode or at some point, whenever I feel like there's a spot for him, we'll bring him in. And Julian Alvarez, I used this guy in a Man City Chrome mode I did at the very start of this FIFA on the channel, but that was a long while ago now. It's been like 5 months or something like that since that. And I kind of forgot how good he is at striker, not going to lie. He's absolutely incredible. He reminds me of like an Aguero type striker. Not the fastest, not the tallest, but absolutely incredible in front of goal. Decent strength as well, can hold off players, good agility, and just is that striker that gets in front of goal and will score. He'll either score or the goalkeeper's going to make a great save. That's the only two outcomes. He's never going to miss. Well, I'd say never. He also didn't miss for us in this final, in what we saw. But obviously scored a hat-trick in that final, so I'm going to start waffling now. This team has been absolutely incredible. Make sure to try out all these players in your career modes, because they can be great players for you. And don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications so you don't miss a video. Check out the Rebuilds playlist at the end of the video. That's probably on screen right now. Check out the AC Milan career mode that I'm doing on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comments below the teams that you'd like to see me rebuild. There are a couple of teams that I've got in mind for my next one. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet. There's a big rebuild I'm currently working on. It's going to take a while to finish recording, so that'll be out in maybe a week or two. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.